Dr. Cecilia Mas, upon discharge from Sister Emmanuel Hospital, promised support, full support from Leon in every aspect possible, considering Mom had to come home. She said we were going to have every equipment needed. We were going to have all of her supplies as far as the diapers, the chalks, the 4x4s, the alcohol pads, all the syringes for the irrigation, etc., etc. All supplied by Leon. We were going to have a physical person in this room assisting me to turn my mother every 2 hours, to help me pull my mother up on the bed, to help me get her out of bed and seated once a day. That person was supposed to relieve me so I can have sleep time, a bath, I can go to the supermarket. I have not cut my hair in 15 months. I haven't dyed my hair. I haven't done anything for myself. I have no money. They have supplied, finally, a bath on a daily basis.
How long did it take in order for Mom to be given a bath on a daily basis?
It took months. She came home July of 2011, and they finally started bathing her on a daily basis this March. They initially started with only 2 times a week.
You just said July of 2011.
This is not 2011. I'm ahead of myself.
This
I don't
says
even know what
2011.
day it is, okay?
I'm talking about, when did Mom come home?
Mom came home July of last year.
2010.
Okay, so it's 2010. Look,
When
I
did-
don't
when
even
did
know
they-
what day of the week it is.
When did they start providing a daily bath?
This year in March, when she came home from a hospitalization, and I begged Dr. Rodriguez to please bathe her 7 days a week, and I begged the home health care agency to please bathe her 7 days a week. We had issues. Mom, because of her increase in bedtime, her weight, and her immobility, had mold, for lack of a better word. She had yeast and mold growing under her breasts, under her arms, between the groin area, and in the buttocks.
Okay. Do you think that could have been prevented if she'd been getting bathed once a day?
Of course. That's due to heat, sweating, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. What other services did Leon actually provide as far as services at home?
They've always sent a nurse once a week, now once a week, to check her Foley catheter. Eventually,
Starting when?
it started once a week when we came home also in March
Of 2011.
2011. Previously, when she came home in July of 2010, it was once a month, just to change the Foley.
Okay.
And she had a lot of urinary tract infections and a lot of, she even got bacteremia. So they had to check it on a more regular basis.
Okay. Any other at-home services provided by Leon?
Leon hasn't provided any other services at home, no.
Okay. Have you been
Once
receiving?
they did send a nurse also to check an ulcerative area in her butt.
Okay.
And that only lasted 2 visits.
Have you been receiving any daily care for Mom's respiratory condition? Have you been receiving any
Other
service?
than the kit for the cleaning that comes once a month, no.
Okay. Has anybody been coming to take care of a respiratory situation once a day or even once a week?
No. Nobody even came to make sure that I was trained properly on how to do it when she came home.
Okay. Alice, describe your physical condition.
I've looked better. I'm totally spent. I'm fat. I've gained 65 pounds in a year and a half. My hands are a wreck. They split open like this. Everything that you see here dry has split open. Both sides and down the entire finger. Every single finger. There are times I can't even pick up a fork to eat. I can't pick up a cup because it hurts and I drop it. So pretty soon I'm not gonna have any use of my hands. My middle fingers are fractured, so now I have trigger fingers. When I close, I have to really, in the morning, straighten them out, and throughout the day, because they stay like this. See?
What's happening with your elbows?
I have sprains on my elbows. I have a sprain on my shoulder. Over the weekend, I couldn't straighten up. I was like this because I sleep in that chair for 15 months because I have to be in the room and there is no other space for another bed. And getting up and out of that chair, that's an old chair and it's falling apart, is killing my back. I've requested a lounge chair for her when she first came home so she can get off the bed and sit in a lounger. I was told Medicare no longer provides that. And they used to. I know because I used to order them for my patients. I also have a neck injury now from the strain of pulling her up in the bed and turning her. I have a back brace I wear, but somehow that didn't take care of my neck problem. For 3 days, I could not turn my head toward the right side, and I was in anguish. I also am having problems with my thyroid condition. I have not been able to go to a doctor to be reevaluated, and this next month is my last month on my medication for my pills, which I need to take every day of my life because it was extracted. I just want to say that when my mom came home in July of 2010, the reason she actually did come home is because there was no facility that would admit her. Therefore, the family was faced with a horrible, horrible decision. I, as I said previously, had to give up my life, and I was promised support. I was promised home health care support for a number of hours, that it wouldn't be just me.
A number of hours, how often?
Every day. Every day. This is a patient that you just cannot forget about. I cannot even leave the room for more than 5 or 10 minutes because she needs to be suctioned. She could choke. There are days that she's stronger than others and she can ejaculate it, but there are days that she cannot because she has a bacteria or an infection going or something's happening. So she has to be in constant supervision, and that means that when I go take a bath, I have to take a baby monitor into the bathroom with me and listen. I don't have a minute of peace to myself. I have no life. So I'm very upset that I did not receive what was promised to me. I understand that everybody gives me an excuse about Medicare guidelines, but I don't understand why they're not caring for my mother. I need help. I need help because I'm going to drop. And then what's going to happen? Who's going to take care of my mother? She hasn't received the care she was supposed to.